Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Judge Kassan. Thank you for joining us for the Olmos Park Municipal Court docket today on the 10th of February, 2022. This is the 11:15 a.m. docket. Thank you to each of you for joining. I am going to call the docket here in a few minutes. We are going to have some preliminary instructions, and I also want to advise you that we are currently live streaming on YouTube, and that's in order to comply with the open courts provision of the Constitution. All right, just some preliminary instructions, and then, as I said, I will call the docket in a few minutes. For those of you who this is a first initial appearance, that some of you also are set for a pretrial setting. But for those of you for an initial appearance, I will ask you how you plead on your cases. Okay, you can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty, you're admitting guilt and you're asking the court to assess the punishment in the case. If you plead no contest, you're not admitting guilt. However, you're choosing not to contest the charges and you just want to resolve the matter today. That's a plea of no contest. If you do want to contest the charges, you think there are some facts that are in question, then you would plead not guilty. At that point in time, you would have the opportunity to visit with Mr. Dixon. He is the prosecutor, and you can discuss the facts of your case or cases with him. And then we will proceed with a trial at a later date. Today is not a trial docket. This is just an initial appearance docket or a pre-trial docket, but it is not a trial docket. So if you do choose to have a trial, we will schedule that for a later date and time. You do have a constitutional right to a jury trial. That means the case would be heard and decided by 6 citizens of Olmos Park. You can choose to waive a jury trial and instead have a non-jury or bench trial, which means the case would be heard by me or the other judge in Olmos Park. All right. You again will have the opportunity to visit with Mr. Dixon about any facts that you think are in question. And if that's the case, you will go into a breakout room with him. So be looking for a notification to pop up on your screen if you do choose to visit with him. All right. For those of you that want to try to resolve your case or cases today, there are some options that may be available to you. If you're here for traffic violations, the first option is the driving safety course. If you have not taken that in the last 12 months, you may be eligible. However, you must have a valid Texas driver's license and insurance in your name. There are court fees that must be paid in full, and then you would have 90 days to complete the course. Upon completion of the course, you return your certificate and your copy of your driving record to the court. Then your case is closed out and does not appear as a conviction on your driving record. You are allowed to take that one time per year by state law for a ticket dismissal for moving violations. If you are under the age of 25, you must take the driving safety course by state law. If you are a commercial driver's license holder, you are not eligible for the driving safety course option. Another option that might be available to you is deferred disposition, sometimes informally called probation. It's an unsupervised probationary period anywhere from 1 day to 180 days, depending on the violation charge. There is a special expense fee that must be paid, which again will vary depending on the charge against you. And there may be some additional conditions placed upon you during the deferral period. If you satisfy those requirements, the case is then closed out and does not appear as a conviction on your driving record. Again, if you are a commercial driver's license holder, that option is not available to you. If you are here for an equipment violation, perhaps an expired registration, a taillight that was broken, etc., if you were able to get those items corrected and you have proof that those items were in fact corrected, you may be eligible for a compliance dismissal for a small fee between $10 and $20. If you have multiple violations, 3 or more violations, you may also be speaking with Mr. Dixon about those multiple cases in hopes of reaching a plea bargain with him. If you need a payment plan, if you are requesting community service hours or an extension of time, we can take those issues up individually here in a few minutes, okay? Thank you for your patience as I went through those preliminary instructions. I will be happy to address any specific questions that you may have here when we speak individually. I'm going to go ahead and call the docket, and then we'll move forward and try to be as efficient as we can this morning. First, I'm just going to go through the docket. If you're here, please let me know you're here, either by waving to me if you have video, or taking yourself off of mute and letting me know that you're present, okay? Brian Bishop, I see you there, Mr. Bishop, thank you. Martin Cassignon, I see you there, sir, thank you. Jennifer Henry,
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
thank you. Joshua Hernandez Gomez, I see you there, thank you. John S. Magaldi. I see your screen name, sir. John Magaldi. Jessica Moreno. Jessica Moreno. Mason Palmer. Mason Palmer. Kyle Peavy. I see you there, sir. Thank you. Gabriela Pineda. Gabriela Pineda. Isaac Ramirez. Isaac Ramirez. Saxon Reese. Saxon Reese. Joseph Rhodes. Thank you, sir. Jennifer Rodriguez. Jennifer Rodriguez. Pablo Rodriguez. Pablo Rodriguez. Edwin Salguero Olivia. Edwin Salguero Olivia. And Rudy Renee Sendejo. Rudy Renee Sendejo. All right, thank you all. We're gonna get started. First up is Brian Bishop. Mr. Bishop, if you could unmute for me, please.
Okay.
All right, how are you today?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm well, thank you. You have a charge here for ran stop sign. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay, and then you have another one for reckless driving. How do you plead on that case?
Not guilty.
All right, trial by judge or trial by jury?
What's the difference?
You do have the constitutional right to a jury trial, which means the case would be heard and decided by 6 citizens of Olmos Park. So you would, the prosecutor would present the case to the jurors, and then you would have an opportunity to present your case to the jurors, and then they would decide. Or you can waive a jury trial and instead have a non-jury or trial by judge, which means I would hear the case or another judge in Olmos Park would hear the case.
Okay, yeah, I'll do the judge.
Okay. All right, I will let you speak with the prosecutor here in the breakout room, and then you can we can move forward after that, okay?
Okay.
All right, so look for that pop-up window on your screen there.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay, next up is Martin Castañón. Sir, you're on mute. If you could unmute for me.
Hi,
Hi there, how are you today?
good. How about you?
I'm doing well. Let's see here. You submitted some paperwork to the court, is that right?
Right.
All right, let's see here. All right, so you have a display expired registration. How do you plead?
So how does this work? Like, because I told the police officer that I'd just taken it, and she said I had 60 days, and I said all I had to do was pay for and I didn't have it with me that day.
Okay, so it looks like you were able to get the car registered.
Right.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and accept that registration receipt,
Okay.
but I do need you to enter a plea, so you can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
No contest.
Okay. All right, so it's a $20 compliance dismissal fee that you must pay, and then we can close out the case.
Right. So do I just go there to the office?
You can stop by the office, or you can mail it in, or you can drop it in the drop box outside.
Right. Thank you.
Okay. All right, you have until next Friday, the 18th, to make that payment. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day, sir.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let's see here. Miss Henry, Jennifer Henry.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. You have a defective headlamps charge. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, and you were able to get that corrected, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
All right, and that is a $10 compliance dismissal. Can you pay that within the week's time?
Yes, ma'am, I can. Mhm.
All right. So that'll be due by next Friday, the 18th. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
All right. You're free to go. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. Next up, let's see here. We have Joshua Hernandez Gomez.
Okay.
All right, sir. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
All right. Let's see here. Safe speed, too fast for conditions. Okay. You have a charge here. Unsafe speed, too fast for conditions. How do you plead?
No contest.
All right. How old are you?
24.
24. And this was a car accident case?
Correct, but there was no other car involved.
Okay, let's see here. It was a one vehicle accident, just
Mhm.
involving your vehicle. Is that
Mhm.
your testimony today?
What was the last question?
Is that your testimony to the court that it was just a one vehicle accident?
Yes, correct.
Okay. All right. Is this the only citation you received that day?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Unsafe speed, too fast for conditions. And how did you want to take care of this?
So I had went to the court earlier and I tried to do the defensive driver course.
Mm-hmm.
And I already gave him the money order for the 144.
Mm-hmm.
But then they told me I still had to make it a court appearance.
All right. And you have insurance and a driver's license in your name?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. All right. Have you taken the course in the last 12 months?
No.
All right. All right. Let's see here. There's another course that I'm going to require you to take. Let's see. Do you have any other cases pending in any other traffic courts?
No.
Okay. And the car it was towed away that day?
Yeah, it was completely totaled. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see here. I think I'm going to place you on a deferral. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to have you take the, let's see here. You said you were 24, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just double checking something. Myra, is there another course that's available as well? Or is that the only?
Let me check that.
It is going to be a 6-month deferral. So during that deferral period, you cannot pick up any additional moving violations, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So 180 days deferral. It is a fee of $255. I will give you time to pay that. I know you've already submitted a money order. All right.
Yeah, I
And
did
the-
like 144.
144. So there will be a balance. So it's
Like $111.
So yes, you have a balance of $111 that would be due. Can you pay that in the next 30 days?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. All right, so we can get you started today on the We can get you started today on the deferral because you've already submitted the 144.
Okay.
Myra, is the aggressive driver course still available?
That's what I'm looking for, Judge.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it's still available. If not, we can do something else, but. So, Mr. Gomez, you would be required to take those two courses, the driving safety course
Mhm.
as a refresher of just the basics of, safety rules of the road. And then the aggressive driving course is a separate course. We're confirming that it's still available. All right.
Okay.
That would be the second course for you to take, just to the nature of the violation and the result of what occurred that day. Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right.
They still have it online.
It is.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So those are both available online, sir. So we would need you to complete those two within the 180 day period.
Okay.
So you would have the 6 months to complete everything. Okay. It would
Okay.
be those two courses. The payment of the $111 balance. Okay. Upon completion of the two courses, and we would need the certificate submitted to the court. And then at the end of the 6 months, assuming no additional moving violations, then we can close out this case for you. Okay.
Okay. And
Now-
what website do I go to find those courses? Like BPS or?
We'll be able to provide that for you in a separate email. Okay. All right. So the court does have your current email address. Is that right?
Yes, they should. Yeah.
All right. So we'll be able to provide that information because we're going to send you the documentation related to the deferral process. Okay. So that's going to detail the date, the begin date and the end date. Okay. And
Okay.
it will set out the additional requirements for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now it has to be a driving safety course approved by Texas. Okay. So it has to be a Texas approved driving safety course. And then we'll be able to provide you the information on the aggressive driving course as well.
Okay.
All right. Now this does not, should you pick up an additional traffic ticket in another jurisdiction, it does not limit you from taking the driving safety course should that other judge allow you to do that. Okay. But that's a separate issue should that a need arise. Okay.
Okay.
All right. But you would be placed on a deferral beginning today, and then we'll provide you with that paperwork detailing the requirements that will be needed within the 6 months. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right. We're going to go ahead and get you started, and we'll process that paperwork and send that off to you. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. All right. Next up is John McGaldy. You're on mute, sir. If you could unmute. John McGaldy?
Yes, you are.
Yes. How are
Your
you
Honor, I'm
today?
here.
All
Fine,
right.
thank you. How are you today? You?
I'm doing well, thank you. You have a charge here for unregistered motor vehicle. How do you plead?
No contest, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And it looks like you did submit a registration receipt, correct?
Yes.
All right, it is a $20 compliance fee. Can you pay that within a week's time?
We could go by today, Your Honor.
All right, very good. We'll take care of that for you. And then once you pay that $20 fee, we can close it out.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, sir. Have a good day now. Take care.
You also. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, Kyle Peavy.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Mr. Peavy. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Let's see here. You have a charge for defective headlamps. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, how old are you?
17.
Okay. And what's going on with the headlamps? Did you get that fixed?
Yes, ma'am. I did.
All right. Did you take it somewhere to get fixed? Did you fix it yourself? Did you buy the part?
I had to go to AutoZone to buy the part, and then I took it to an auto shop behind
Mhm.
Walmart to get it fixed.
Okay. And do you have receipts for any of that?
Not on me, no, ma'am, but I can find them.
Okay. If you could find them and get maybe a photo of the working headlamps,
Yes,
email
ma'am.
those documents to the court. It'll be a $10 dismissal fee. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you need to send those things in to the email address on the paperwork they sent you. So it would be almostparkcourt@gmail.com.
Yes, ma'am.
And then with a $10 dismissal fee, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, just make sure you submit that paperwork with the $10 check, or if you want to stop by and drop that off in person, or with the money order, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. If there's any issue, then we'll set you back for another hearing, but if you can take care of it within the next 2 weeks, we can close it out, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you. All right, Mr. Dixon.
Judge, I've got an agreement on Mr. Bishop.
Okay,
On the stop sign case, it's a no contest plea, 180 days deferred disposition, a fine of $169 with $40 down by the end of next week. He'll need a payment plan for the balance, Judge, and money is tight right now, so he was asking for I think to be safe, the 6 months for the payment plan.
okay.
And then I'll dismiss the reckless driving case if he complies with all that.
Okay, Mr. Bishop, does that sound like your discussion with the prosecutor?
Yes.
All right, are you in agreement with that plea offer?
Yes.
All right, so you're changing your plea on the stop sign violation. I'm sorry, you're changing your, you're changing your plea on the stop sign violation from not guilty to no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and approve that plea bargain agreement that you were able to reach with the prosecutor. So you would have a fee of $169 for the deferral, $40 of which is due by the 18th. And then you will have the 6-month period to make monthly payments to pay down that balance, okay?
Can I just come to the courthouse and pay them the 40 there?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And once you do that, they'll provide you the paperwork detailing the dates of the deferral, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Then just make sure you stop by the court by next Friday to make that payment and we'll get you started.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you, Mr. Bishop.
All right.
Joseph Rhodes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. I believe you submitted a receipt, is that right?
I did.
All right, let me take a look at it here quickly. You have a receipt, a charge for display expired registration. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, let's see. Looks like you took care of it the next day, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you've already submitted the $20 dismissal fee?
I think that was the problem. I paid the registration fee, but I don't believe they included that. So yeah, I got a letter from you guys saying that that's what I needed to do to wrap it all up.
Right, I'm gonna go ahead and accept what you submitted. And it looks like there's already a check that you received, right, Valerie?
Yes.
All right, so we'll go ahead and process that so we can close that out for you, sir.
Okay, I don't need to do anything else.
You're free to go.
Awesome. Well, y'all
All
have
right.
a good day. Yeah.
Have a good day. Take care now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Call the docket one more time.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. Jessica Moreno. Mason Palmer. Gabriela Pineda. Isaac Ramirez. Saxon Reese. Jennifer Rodriguez. Pablo Rodriguez. Edwin Salguero Olivia. And Rudy Renee Sendejo. All right, that concludes the 11:15 a.m. docket. And we are in recess until 1:40.